So we're going to talk about how to replace the bottom drive band on the Little Gem, and it's not too tricky, but some of the parts you may need to push firmly, okay, but we'll see how we go. Okay, so first thing we need to do is we'll pop the top drive band off and remove the head. We'll put that out the way, and we'll pop the bottom drive band off as well. Okay, then we can put this top drive band also out of the way. So I have a 3mm Allen T wrench that I'm going to use, and if you notice that if you turn the crank around on the top side, on one side you can see these little grub screws. Okay, you have to have the cranks horizontal, and obviously they're underneath there, so this way around. So what you need to do is you only have to undo 2 of them. Okay, we're going to slide the axle halfway out. So I've got my T-wrench in there, unscrew, and then pull the grub screw and the crank arm out the way. There's also a little washer in here, a little spring washer that just helps keep everything nice and tight and stops things sliding around. You also do the same with this pulley. I'm going to take that grub screw out, up, drop that one too, and then that pulley will be able to slide around. So then we lift this one up, holding everything, and give this a good push through here, and we only need to slide this axle out a little bit so that, so that you can get the drive band past the end of the axle. And so look at that, now we can replace our drive band just like that. So assuming I'm putting this one aside and putting this brand new one back in, slip that through, and then we're going to push the axle back in. I'm lifting this pedal on my right here up out the way so that I don't clip it with the side of the crank or it interferes. I'm going to put my hand on this bearing as well to line things up. Quite tricky. And we're going to push it through like so. Okay, so now we've got to put the crank arm on, and this is my second attempt at this video. I struggled before, but this time I've got my handy dandy mint and matcha tea. I'm going to put this down here underneath the pedal, and it's quite high. The reason is that I want to put the washer on and put this crank arm on like so, and I've got to line up this grub screw with a little indentation that's on the crank arm. Okay, we want to screw the grub screw through the hole and into that indentation. So I'm going to put it on my mint and matcha, push this on firmly, and get my grub screw. And I apologize in advance, I'm probably going to put my hands right in front of the camera, turn the right hand side around, and then put the grub screw down into there, and hopefully, contorting things around, do it up right over the hole, and you feel it kind of slip in and tighten up. There we go. Nip it up nice and firmly, and that's that crank arm on. Okay, now remembering that these 3 are all in a row, there will be a similar indentation for the pulley. So I grab my other grub screw that I've carefully put to one side and not let roll underneath the wheel, and I'm going to line that one up, I hope, screw it in and put it over the indentation there. Here it is. And then that's it. Okay, we got through that pretty quickly. You don't have to be as fast as that because I have done it once or twice, but you can do it in 5 minutes. Okay, and then bottom drive band in the grooves, thumb on halfway round on the right hand side of the wheel. Good bit of pressure on there, rotate, turn driver around, and you've popped the drive band back on. Head on. And drive band on. Oops. Oh my God.
What have you done?
Head on. And the drive band on. Thanks to the joys of editing, it's easy as that.